25 News Now weekends at 5:30.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman. Firefighters from across Galveston County are on the scene of a large fire at a decommissioned power plant in Texas City, right off SH 146 near 29th Street and Avenue J. Police are asking everyone to avoid the area, saying a big cloud of smoke is drifting over the highway. Crews want people to stay back and limit any exposure to the smoke. The Bay Cliff Volunteer Fire Department confirms they're fighting both the main structure fire and small grass fire nearby. Per land, firefighters are also on scene supporting the response. Officials say no injuries have been reported and crews will remain out there until the fire is under control. And a New York Jets player who was shot during an altercation outside of a New York City restaurant in the overnight hours. Chris Boyd was reportedly shot in the abdomen and transported to a hospital in critical condition. Sources tell NBC New York affiliate WNBC that the bullet was lodged in the 29-year-old's lung. Details surround the dispute that led to the shooting in Manhattan have not been released, and police say no arrests have yet been made in the shooting. And 2 people, including a child, were killed in a shooting in New Jersey. Police in Newark said the shooting happened Saturday night. 2 victims, a 10-year-old boy and a 21-year-old woman, were taken to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. The prosecutor's office said 3 other victims, an 11-year-old boy, a 19-year-old man, and a 60-year-old man, were also hurt. All 3 are reported to be in stable condition, and it's unclear what led up to the shooting or if anyone has been taken into custody. On social media, Governor Phil Murphy called for prayers for the victims and their families. An urgent search is underway in the North Georgia mountains for a missing attorney and law professor. Family members say the 67-year-old disappeared while hiking on Tuesday. Here's the latest.
Looking forward to having him back as soon as possible.
Hope is all the Hush family has right now. For days, they've searched the wooded areas of Byron Herbert Reese Trail at Blood Mountain for 67-year-old George Hush. The Dallas, Texas law professor and Gainesville, Georgia native disappeared during a nature walk on Tuesday.
K-9 units, helicopters with FLIR technology, several on foot, grid searches.
He is the best person I've ever known.
Kate Morris is a family friend and tells me Hush goes for hikes all of the time and knows Blood Mountain well. The family says his phone died sometime on Tuesday. This picture is the last image of Hush in a green jacket and khakis seen leaving a local store. The family says minutes later, he just vanished.
Left the trail for just a moment to enjoy a view and couldn't find his way back on it, or slipped and became injured. We don't know.
And let me just show you this search effort. You can see a K-9 unit right there behind me, and then another crew right there at the front of the trail. Friday, News Drone 2 flew over the search area here. Crews tell us the effort is tough because of the thick brush. Still, the family, they're holding out on hope.
If you were in the area between Veterans Day and today and took photos and could share those with us of the area.
We just want to bring him home.
In Union County, Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Let's go to Trey Mining with the first look at our forecast. Trey, the weather has been nice lately, and I hope it can last throughout the week. How is the week going to be looking?
Well, it's going to last a few more days, then the rain's going to come around. Getting a little cooler by next weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but first things first, nice and sunny on the outside as the sun begins to set. A few high clouds in the distance, otherwise not a bad evening at all. Temperature currently 82 degrees, definitely on the warm side, of course. Humidity still up there, 60%, increasing a little bit more by the evening hours later on this evening to the overnight hours. That might lead to a little bit of patchy fog early tomorrow morning, so be careful if you're driving early in the morning time. Almost 90 degrees was the daytime high today, and the average is 74, so way above what we should be this time of year. And low is above normal as well. Neither rainfall for the month and the year. We're behind. More rain coming? Yes. What day will it be and what days will it be? Find out later on in the full forecast to come. Amaya?
Strong downpours in California have triggered heavy floodings and mudslides from nearby mountains. Video from Saturday shows thick mud coating roads in Oak Glen. Several streets are closed and will stay shut until the storm moves out and crews can clear the debris. 2 more storms are in the forecast this week. The first set to move in Ventura County early Monday before tracking into LA and Orange County. A second system will follow soon after, and there's even a possibility of a third. Residents protest in Charlotte after ICE agents detained people, including U.S. citizens, over the weekend. Here's ABC's Johnny Fernandez.
Charlotte protesters angry about the Trump administration's decision to deploy federal immigration agents to their city. Eyewitnesses capturing several incidents, mass agents taking people into custody. Willie Aceituno, a Honduran-born U.S. citizen, says agents stopped him twice, and on the second stop, they broke his window and pulled him out of the car. He says he was released after showing documents proving his citizenship. In another incident, border agents questioned 2 workers hanging Christmas lights in Reba Hamilton's front yard.
Randy, they're in our yard.
Those agents left without making any arrests. Paula Walker-Coleman sharing this video, telling ABC News she witnessed agents arrest this woman who was filming.
I mean, what a way to govern, where we have had community members, elected officials, even reporters on these fact-finding missions just to find out whether a federal force is coming into the city of Charlotte.
The president has ramped up immigration enforcement in recent months in cities including Chicago and Los Angeles. The administration defending these operations, saying in a statement there have been too many victims of criminal illegal aliens, and President Trump and Secretary Noem will step up to protect Americans when sanctuary politicians won't. But North Carolina Governor Josh Stein said Friday most of the people detained have no criminal record and some are U.S. citizens. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
The Victoria County Commissioner Court will meet Monday at 10 a.m. in the Victoria County Courthouse in room 241. On the agenda, commissioners will review the results of the November election. They will also consider appointing additional members to the Victoria County Emergency Services Planning Task Force. The courthouse is located at 115 North Bridge Street. And for more local news, content, weather, and sports, come to our website at crossroadstoday.com. And if you see news happening, let us know. Call the number on your screen to contact our newsroom or email us your tips at staff@crossroadstoday.com. Coming up, smart ways to stretch your dollars this Thanksgiving and still put together a meal that impresses your guests. Next.
Okay, on the outside, visibility is 12 miles easy. Good visibility is currently, fog developing overnight, and the rain chances come not tomorrow, but later on in the week. We'll give you the details coming up in the full forecast.
There has been another U.S. strike on an alleged drug trafficking boat in international waters. The U.S. Secretary of War and U.S. Southern Command confirmed the November 15 attack today. 3 people were killed in the strike, which occurred in international waters in the Eastern Pacific. NBC News has not independently confirmed the strike, and the Trump administration has not provided any evidence supporting its allegations about the vessel or the people on board. This is at least the 21st military strike on an alleged drug boat during Trump's second term. Inside a St. Paul warehouse, a small cider company's hemp-derived THC drinks has quickly grown into a national brand, and now its future could be at risk.
Inside this St. Paul warehouse, Trail Magic readies to ship its hemp-derived THC drinks to half the country. It shows just how a small local cider company soared to new heights.
We never imagined the success that would come from THC beverages, and it has really propelled this business from being a small local operation to a national beverage company.
Trail Magic, created by Minneapolis Cider Company, sold 3 million cans last year, transforming it to a top brand nationwide. It's all made possible by a 2018 federal law that legalized hemp and later a 2022 state law. That distinction makes it easier to operate compared to still federally restricted marijuana.
Hemp being federally legal is incredibly important for our business. It gives us access to banking. It lets us participate in interstate commerce. It allows you to go to Total Wine and purchase these products.
Now that's at risk. A federal change that would go in effect next year makes hemp products with more than 0.4 milligrams of THC in them illegal, which is all of the drinks on the market today. Minnesota has its own law allowing hemp THC products, but a federal ban impacts business beyond our borders. For Trail Magic, that's half their sales.
For businesses that are manufacturing these products and sending them elsewhere, there's concern that this change in the law can bring a screeching halt to that.
Layli Fadahi, owner of Crested River Cannabis Company, says most of her customers are in Minnesota, but her business cans for national companies, which would be a blow to her bottom line.
I remain extremely optimistic that during that 1 year, this change will either be repealed in whole or in part.
Dayton, likewise, is pushing for change.
We think there is hope for this industry once people start to realize the impact that this is going to have on jobs all across the state and at thousands of breweries across the country.
A U.S. aircraft carrier strike group has entered the Caribbean Sea. The United States Navy made the announcement Sunday. The military says the move is part of President Trump's directive to dismantle transnational criminal organizations and counter narco-terrorism. The Navy says the strike group will join forces already in the Caribbean as part of the Joint Task Force Southern Spare. The commander of Carrier Strike Group 12 said the group will protect our nation's security and prosperity against narco-terrorism in the Western Hemisphere. The way to stretch your dollars this Thanksgiving and still impress your guests. ABC's Morgan Norwood's been scouting out the savings.
It all looks so beautiful. The turkey, the stuffing, the cranberries.
This morning, Thanksgiving is just 12 days away, and the rush is on to get prepared for the big holiday. A new report from Wells Fargo says despite food at home prices going up 2.7% since last year, this year's Thanksgiving menu should actually cost you less, nearly 2.5% less depending on how you shop.
What they're saying is if for 10 people you want to serve Thanksgiving, it's going to cost you $95 if you go for the brand names. But if you go for the store brands, it's only going to be $80.
Major retailers are offering big savings to bundle your meal. Walmart is bringing back its one-click meal basket, including a butterball turkey and sides, serving 10 people for less than $40. Target with a similar deal, $5 per person. And to trim your Turkey Day bill even more, Wells Fargo says you can mix and match your brands, go private label, buying store's own brand for staples like stuffing, gravy, and rolls, but stick with national names for cranberries to maximize savings.
A lot of the food manufacturers actually make the store brands. So the way to find that out is look at the ingredients and look at the nutritional information. If they're identical, chances are that that name brand is making that store brand for us.
And remember to plan ahead. Turkey prices tend to drop as producers hit peak supply, so shop early to snag the best bird. But don't be afraid to shop around for the best deal.
For the first time, astronomers say they have spotted a giant explosion released by a star beyond our solar system. The blast came from a red dwarf star about 130 light years away. Researchers say the blast was tens of thousands of times stronger than anything our sun can unleash. Scientists warn that the explosion could strip the atmosphere off any nearby planet. Now they plan to study how often these violent eruptions happen around other stars. You can read more about the explosion in the journal Nature. And experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
It's a very nice evening, cooling down a little bit. Could be some patchy fog in the morning time, then rainfall sometime this week. What day or days will feature the rainfall chances? We'll take a look coming up. Good evening, everyone. Trade Mining here. Hope your weekend was good. 12-mile visibility is currently around the entire area. Good visibility with clear skies just about. But we'll see fog beginning to impact the area coming up after midnight tonight. By 2 o'clock in the morning, they're kind of patchy here and there. Some areas having less visibilities than other areas. So be careful out there. Could be less than half a mile coming up by early tomorrow morning at times, and then begin to increase visibility as we go through the 7 a.m. hour on Monday into 9 a.m. or so. Should be all gone, 12-mile visibilities or so by 9, 10 a.m. So if you're driving early, take it slow, low headlight beams please, and be careful as you drive out there. Take it slow, of course, is the main thing. Right now the humidity, pretty much 60 to 70%, so we definitely have the moisture in the atmosphere to cause that fog. Once the sun sets, it'll begin to increase and kind of patchy here and there a little bit as we go toward the early morning hours, like I just mentioned. And future temperatures starting off in the 70s currently, and also not falling too much more than they are right now, being the low to mid 70s and upper 60s coming up by early tomorrow morning. Then by 9 a.m. on Monday, we begin to heat up, already 80 degrees in Victoria and getting near 90 again, like we had today, coming up by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Notice the winds from the south. They're continuing to bring that moisture in off the Gulf of Mexico. Not seeing any winds turning around from the north anytime real soon until we get later on in the week when we have a front coming on through. High pressure has been dominating our weather here, keeping us pretty much cloud-free for the most part. Seeing some moisture coming in the high levels of the atmosphere coming in from western Texas. This is the forerunner of changes in our atmosphere, which will include this low pressure area currently in about Nevada, California area. And they kind of stuck down there because the main jet stream flow has been to the north. It normally pushes the systems along at a pretty rapid rate. Not happening this time. This one's kind of cut off to the south. So slowly moving our way, but it'll get here. Increase our rain chances coming up by Wednesday to Thursday, and a front come through at that time as well, giving us a little bit cooler temperatures as we head toward next weekend. Just a little bit, still above normal though overall. Early tomorrow morning in Victoria, watch out for some patchy fog early in the morning time till about 9 a.m. or so. Then we'll have partly cloudy skies by the afternoon. High temperatures well into the 80s or just shy of 90 degrees. Port Lavaca, early morning cloud cover here and there. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies by the afternoon, as you know, like we have been experiencing. 85, 86 degrees will be the daytime high there. And Cuero as well, early morning fog possible. The partly cloudy skies by the afternoon. Highs in the mid 80s to upper 80s. And extended forecast for us here, looking pretty nice. But warm on Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances starting slowly on Wednesday. Best chance on Thursday when the main system pushes on through. Then some lingering rain showers lasting throughout the entire weekend time frame. Highs in the 70s by the weekend, 80s for most of the work week. Lows in the 60s, 70s, maybe a few 50s coming up by Friday and Saturday morning. And take a look at this right here. This is the QR code. Get your smartphone, as you know, scan the code with the camera. That'll take you to a web page. You can download our app. News, weather, and sports at your fingertips. It's free to have on your phone to be connected with us. Mr. Sports over there with Ray Robinson.
Thank you, Trey. The Shiner Lady Comanches made a thrilling run to the state semifinals. Catch the action and what's next for 2A Division II coming up. As the electrifying volleyball season wraps up in the Crossroads, we're thrilled to celebrate not just one, but two phenomenal teams making waves. Goliad is charging forward to state, and the Shiner Lady Comanches have powered there all the way to the state semifinals in Waco, an incredible achievement. In a thrilling state semifinal showdown, the Lady Comanches went head-to-head with Iola. The first set was a fierce battle with the Bulldogs edging ahead 25-17. The closest the Lady Comanches would come to claiming the victory. This hard-fought match, though Iola took the next two sets, 25-9, 25-3. The Lady Comanches showed heart and passion and true grit throughout the season. Now Iola moves up to face Crawford in the epic 2A Division II title. But let's give a huge shout out to the Shiner Lady Comanches for an unforgettable season packed with excitement, triumph, wrapping up an impressive 27-18 overall record. What a journey. Congratulations, ladies. The future is most certainly bright. And this weekend, the action wasn't just in Waco, it was lighting up right here in Victoria at the Victoria ISD Swim Invitational. On the boys' side, Victoria West absolutely crushed the competition, racking up a massive 333 points. Hot on their heels, Cal Allen School, they powered through with 260 points, and St. Joseph Boys made a strong splash, taking third with 210 points. And over to the girls' side, El Campo dominated the pool, blazing to first place with an impressive 356 points. Toloso Midway followed close behind with 265 points, and Cal Allen High School surged ahead to grab third place with 239 points. And after last night's tough struggle against top-ranked Georgia, the Longhorns have slid down the AP rankings. Texas didn't play their best game, rushing for only 23 yards compared to Georgia's 128. The 35-10 loss dropped Texas just outside of the top 15, down to 17th, while Georgia moved up one spot to number 4. Next Saturday, the Longhorns will host Arkansas. The Razorbacks, can Texas bounce back and regain their momentum to close out this college football season? But the same couldn't be said for the Texas A&M Aggies, who continue to hold a strong top 3 team in the country, according to the AP poll. Yesterday, the Aggies raised a few concerns after a near slip-up against South Carolina, but despite 2 unfortunate interceptions, Marcel Reed threw for an impressive 439 yards. Smooth sailing looks ahead for the Aggies as they prepare to take on Samford and close out the regular season against the Longhorns in the next 2 weeks. And your NFL Sunday featured the Texas Longhorns taking on the Tennessee Titans. Houston still without their star quarterback in C.J. Stroud, but the two teams did look evenly matched up on the field. And one notable play sees Ward connect to Calvin Ridley, and he got rattled on this first down. And surprisingly, that would be the last we saw of him as those 2 Texans defenders just surround him. He did not come back after that play. But despite that, Davis Mills had an impressive game, throwing for 274 yards and a touchdown. The Texans went on to secure the 16-13 victory. The Texans will play the Bills next week. But that does it for your sports. Amaya?
Thank you, Ray. Coming up, see which bagel shop beat New York City to take home the national title. Next. QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news alert, and vote in our viewer polls. Submit news, tips, and photos, and you will know all about our ongoing contests. New York City is known for its bagels, but this weekend the title went to Starship Bagel in Dallas. The National Bagel Fest competition held at a City Field in Queens Sunday featured about 24 businesses from 13 states, plus entries from Canada, Denmark, and Spain. Starship Bagel also won last year, and organizers say the event, now in its 6th year, continues to grow. Bagels. You guys eat bagels?
Sure do.
Nah.
You don't eat bagels?
Too bready for me, man.
I love bagels. And you can put on peanut butter on them.
You can put just about anything you want to
Yeah,
on
anything on a
Never
bagel.
heard peanut butter on a bagel.
Well, hey, I just
peanut
designed
butter, you
something
can't go
new.
wrong with that.
You never can go wrong with peanut butter. But let's go to Trey with the weather with the bagels, and let's see how that's looking.
Let's see. Let's eat a bagel, enjoy the nice weather where we have it. Things changing down the road. Looking like high temperatures just shy of 90 degrees coming up again Monday and Tuesday, so it's feeling very summer-like. But some rain chances coming in by Wednesday, especially on Thursday when the front and the upper level system moves on through. So best rain chances by then, carry your umbrella. Slight rain chances after that through the weekend. Notice a little bit cooler, just about that much cooler coming up by Saturday and Sunday.
Wow, we're finally getting rain. If you're a rain lover like me, I love rain.
We need the rain. It's still very dry.
Oh, yeah, it is still very dry. So make sure you guys are not burning anything.
No burning, no
Yeah, 'cause
burning.
is the burn ban still in effect, correct?
Some areas it is.
Yes, okay. Well, yeah, just make sure you guys are not burning anything. But thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be with us tonight for 25 News Now Weekend at 10. See you.